1 2 1 2 3. Mic check, mic test. Mic check, mic test. It's a live stream Q&A on a beautiful Tuesday. Feeling ready. Chat, chill, vibe, thrive, and make it happen. I'm looking at myself thinking, damn, I look good. Beard lined up, looking clean. You know what that is? Back on the money, Jay. Back on the money, Jay, in the biggest of ways. And I'm looking forward to it. Okay? Okay. I'm looking forward to it, bro. I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to the evening show. No, I didn't go live earlier today. I took the Tuesday to just rest, reset, and get the mind on the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? We got 327 next week. I got this week's best of my May bets tomorrow. So busy next, dozens of days. Dozens of days, man. It's like no UFC break for the foreseeable future. So I'm on it every single day. You guys know the drill. What's up? What's up? What's good, MMA Experts community? What's up, Mick Stapler? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you in the evening J Q&A, man. I'm happy to have you, bro. Hope you're well, AJ. I'm feeling good, Mick Stapler. I'm excited for UFC 327. I know we got three. You know we got Vegas 115 this weekend, but 327 got me hyped. Thank you. 327 has me hyped, Jay. I'm already mentally looking ahead. Top 3 fighters outside the UFC. Say Muhammad Makhachev, Francis Ngannou. I don't know. That third one is tricky. That Parnasse guy that's fighting on MVP is pretty sick. I would say Vadim Nemkov is good. Johnny Eblin is good. I'm probably forgetting somebody else. AJ McKee's pretty solid. Usman Nurmagomedov, I guess, is up there as well. All right, Usman Nurmagomedov, actually. Muhammad Makhachev and Francis Ngannou were the 3 best fighters outside of the UFC. Did you guys hear that Bellator might be back? PFL is going to rebrand to Bellator. I don't think it'll make a difference, but like that just tells me they have no fucking idea what they're doing. Okay, well, we're going to rebrand back to Bellator. I'm like, you guys killed off Bellator, and now you're going to rebrand to it. Like, I think it's just time for a fresh start. Like, let's just come up with a new name. PFL is a terrible name. Professional Fighters League. Sounds like nerdy as fuck. I don't like it. I never have. World Series of Fighting was cool. That was sick. World Series of Fighting. Like, yo, this is the World Series of Fighting? That's so cool. I like that. Bellator, it had its time. I don't think like attempting to bring it back to life when it's been long dead for a while necessarily makes sense, but good luck to them with trying that. So Bellator kind of feels out the window. And then, I don't know. What are the other options? What are the other options? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they could call it like, Elite Fighters League, EFL, man. Elite XC already exists. Extreme something. Like, I don't know what the hell they can name it. If it's not going to be Bellator, rinse and repeat, I'm trying to think of names. Violence Fighting Challenge. Right? I don't know. I really don't know. Let's think. Let's seriously think for a second, because I don't know. Mm, somebody give me a name. Roadhouse FC. Can you imagine? Elite Judges MMA, bro. AIFC. I agree. Ariel's take on it wouldn't work because it holds nostalgia like Pride or Strike Force. It doesn't hold nostalgia like Pride or Strike Force. True. I don't think it's a good idea to go to Bellator. Again, I think let Bellator die. You're feeling Tommy McMillan, first round TKO or sub, or a 29-28 decision. Okay. I mean, that decision chase is going to get you the ultimate plus money. It's the better dollar sign value attack. Elite Judges MMA, bro. We always have the right decision. I don't know, dude. It's a weird time period. Like outside of the UFC action is just odd. Tough to say what they're going to do. I don't really know what to expect at all. I confuse it slightly. Brother, I confuse it slightly. Ultimately, challenge fighters is funny. I'll be on a plane during the fights this weekend, worth buying Wi-Fi to watch. I mean, how much do you give a fuck about this, UFC JPEX card? 3-hour stream, 2-hour stream, probable. If the likes start moving, I'll consider a 2-hour stream, but I'm not doing a 3-hour. No 3-hour J today, but you can get 2-hour J. Dun, 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 dun. I know I'm jumping ahead with the 327 predictions in the title, but to be fair, that's kind of with the mentality of let's look forward to what is the hype card next week. Kai Kamako versus Dakota Hooper. Noah Pierce card, Moicano and Duncan. What do you mean no appears card? Like no appeal card, you meaning? Doesn't have like crazy appeal, yeah. I love how you've been getting shit, AJ. Whenever most pickers having a brutal year, Sharp's doing well, but most bettors are also performing really poorly. It's just one of those years, man. Fuck it. What are you gonna do? Cry over spilled milk, you know? What are we gonna do? We're gonna cry over spilled milk? You let a fucking L take you down? Not me. What's up with Makhachev versus Morales? So it's in the rumor mill. Ilya Taporia posted a picture of Michael Morales, or vice versa, I guess you could say. And in the comments, it was a contract being signed, and it was Islam Makhachev. So maybe it's a little subliminal message that it's happening. Trocoli, Luana Carolina, Bruno Brazil removed. Alibi Idris suspended 12 months. I saw that. Alibi Idris. I picked Ode Osborne, and now you see why. Because I didn't think Idris was that guy. Then he tested positive for the fucking steroids. Trocoli, Luana Carolina, Bruno Brazil. You know who I feel bad for in the bunch? Bruno Brazil. It's not that Bruno Brazil's even that bad. It's just, she just can't be physical. I don't know. She just lacks physicality. It's got to be Garry. I agree, but it seems like they're giving us subliminal messages that it's Makhachev Morales, or at least it's fucking troll bait or something like that. Needing steroids to beat Ode is crazy. That I'll second. I don't think he would have beat him naturally. That's what I feel. I said, all right, my read was right. Nadia Alibi Idris loses to Ode Osborne. Nadia Alibi Idris gets cooked by Ode Osborne. Chat, let me ask you, you like the cleanup of the beard, bro? You guys missed the fucking dirty bush Jay. What do you think? I was just telling my picking duo about how much better Alibi looked in that fight than he had in the past. Faster, stronger, more power. It was crazy improvement from his prior fights. The anabolic steroids allowed him to reach a new height. He was able to perform at a higher rate. I'm sure he's recovering crazy. Who do you give a better chance to beat Makhachev, Garry or Morales? It feels like Morales because he has more one-shot knockout power. Garry has size, but most likely is caught up on his back. Looks clean, looking solid. Thank you, bro. I had to clean it up. I was gonna just grow it out nonstop, but dude, it was just fucking looking like ass, and it was driving me crazy, bro. It was like looking like halfway homeless, dog. I was like, yo, I want to be clean, savage, Jay. I don't want to be halfway homeless, Jay. It was a diuretic he popped for to make weight cut easier. So he's a cheat. He's a weight cheat, bro. That's why he made 125. He would have missed weight too. He would have missed weight. Fight Society video about Piper is a banger. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I like the fucking thumbnail. It's Joe Piper lying. This Joe Piper story doesn't make sense. Oh, it looks like a cool video. I'm excited to see it. I'm gonna have to check it out. That's interesting to me. That's very interesting to me. You should have fought Ode at 135 and lost then. He would have lost at 135 to my dog Ode. Ode's better than advertised, bruh. Garry to me is the easy choice because I don't think a puncher's chance can defeat Islam. Got to beat him in a decision and fend off the grappling. I mean, to be fair, one big shot could put out any man, but true, Islam is good enough to avoid wild punches. Ian Garry needs to put together like a surgical performance, though, which I think is like rather unlikely, though I wish him absolutely the best of luck. Morales getting the shot. Subliminal messages seeming like yes, but I prefer Garry. Got to clean up the beard to keep it thick. Months of trimming to keep it consistent all over. Beard J looks great even. Hey, thank you, Paco. Yeah, I cleaned it up today. Brought this in. Little scissor action here. Little razor action here and here. Trimming a little bit here. Feels a lot better, dude. It was starting to piss me off. I think that's why the main event picks have been off because the beard was dirty. Dirty beard J. That's why I was missing main events, dude. Islam has been put out with one punch. Exactly. That's what gives the chance. The what if factor. Garry literally sent himself Georgia 2 to 3 months to prep for Islam. If he give it to Morales, he's going to be pissed. Dude, they got to give it to Garry. Gary's a student of the game. My favorite thing about Ian Garry is the fact that he goes around the world, travels, and learns from all the different styles, as opposed to just staying comfortable at one gym, which you easily could. He's taking knowledge from different places, dude. I think that's a beautiful martial art journey, bro. And that's why I think Ian Garry has such a high ceiling. I'm not going to go as far as to say he's going to be the guy to dethrone Islam Makhachev, but I do think Ian Garry is a very good martial artist. Clean beard, clear mind, and we crack on, brother. Let's go, Trey Good. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Exactly. We're in this shit. He needs to change his nickname to the Nomad. I completely agree. The future is now. I don't hate a nickname change because the future for Ian Garry, it's like, okay, well, we're waiting on it. When's the future going to come? If he's always the future, it's just never going to happen then. Starts to look like tough Michael Chiesa if I leave mine too long. Can't be looking like a hobo. I was starting to feel like tough Michael Chiesa as well. I was like, dog, I got to clean this shit up. 327 looked like a tricky card to find locks on. Why is it that Kelvin Gastelum seems like one of the clearest locks on the card? Nomad might be taken. Somebody has Nomad. But how many guys get their nickname stolen? I think Ian Garry's a bit annoying, like the majority at times. But overall, I like Ian Garry. Shavkat is the Nomad. Ian Garry steals that nickname. Yeah, exactly. So many guys got the same nicknames. But you can't get the same nickname as another top contender, especially a guy that beat you. Anthony Smith's interview with Piper with a staggering 1,000 views. That's crazy. No, I didn't see it. Anthony Smith fumbled, dude. He had a great thing going with Michael Bisping. He was part of a big podcast. They brought in a lot of views, and he was set. But then he wanted to go venture off, and yeah, the Bisbing crowd did not follow. He also didn't really like leave that show with much of like a, I don't know, like a nice send off. I don't even know why he quit the show. Like, why not just do his podcast and Bisbing's? That would make his podcast bigger. And what's up, AJ the Slime? Hope your day is chill as fuck so far. And quick question: you think Armin is going to burn out doing all these matches before his next UFC match? Does it help him? I think it helps him. Arman Sarukian's grappling looks better than ever, dude. He's beating legit wrestlers in wrestling. He's beating, MMA fighters in grappling. Now he takes on Dennis. I think this is smart. He's staying active. Yeah, that's weird. He didn't say anything to Bisbee. He just ghosted him. That's really fucking weird to me. I don't know. Anthony Smith's an interesting character. I really think that was a mistake. Like, he should have been doing Bisbing's pod and his own pod. Bisbing told him the truth about his career and he got salty. The unfortunate reality, dude. But Bisbing had to be the Joe Rogan to Anthony Smith. I think he got salty. Bisbing told him to retire after the Reyes or the Delidze fight. But it wasn't bad advice. He's just taking perpetual damage for no reason. Smith was doing a podcast in a tattoo shop for a bit, talking about tattoos. Didn't see that. Was in Navo Sterling's live stream the other day. Chat was helping him. I think he's going to go with the surgeon. He's got the surgical striking, and he's got that hairline surgery. I like it. Honestly, the surgeon works for him. The surgeon works for Navo Sterling. Real technical guy. Thoughts on Pitbull versus Pico? Why is it that I feel like Pico might get knocked the fuck out? I don't know. Old man Pitbull could still land some shots, and that Pico chin is worrisome, dude. Like, early, Pico's got a chance to run through him, but Pitbull getting knocked out in the first round. The way Pico fights is to put people out. It's a hard 3-round war, and I don't know. I worry about Pico's chin, bro. It's always been the problem is he's willing to absorb damage, and when he gets hit clean, sometimes he drops. You are the MMA deep state. Kyle bets badly. Yeah, Smith is doing a bare knuckle MMA fight. That does seem like a bad idea. Alibi Idris, doping fighter, no contest. Yeah, they overturned the Osborne fight. Plus 280 Pitbull is a bit crazy. That's what I thought. I was thinking Pitbull might be a slight favorite even. The thing about Aaron Pico is he's still very young. I don't know. I could see Aaron Pico winning a hard-fought decision there. He doesn't get caught clean. But Pitbull could land some sneaky punches, dude. Like, there's a world where Pico gets dropped by Pitbull. Pico's a hell of an athlete, and he's a hell of a pressure fighter. But he is defensively flawed. And he also is chinny. It's like both of those, are bad things to have, but having both, not just one or the other, oof. Oof. That tends to just be kind of like a recipe for a disaster. Pitbull rocked Ige. I feel like a club and sub is possible against Pico. I know. No, I didn't see the Moicano plus 13.5 line. I think you mean plus 3.5, but I didn't see it. Tell me what it is. Rather see Nico Price getting a send-off montage over Smith. The thing is, Anthony Smith, regardless if you like him or not, works for the UFC. Yeah, Pico is a bit chinny though, bro. Go watch his earlier fights. He's been knocked out a good amount. I think it's more the pressure he applies makes it difficult not to get caught. If he slows the fight down, he should have no worries against Pitbull. I feel like if he goes in with more of a decision game plan, that'd be it. That'd be money for him. You ever get noticed in person? Only twice. Plus 13.5 is minus 110. That is fucking crazy. Hey, what's up, Useless, bro? How you doing? My initial thoughts was Pico, but damn, those odds are nice. The issue is, though, they're trying to maybe bait you into the underdog. I don't know. I got to think more about it, but like Pico should win. But then it's like, wait, he could get caught. I'm watching Nate Diaz talk about how he's trying to fight Jake Paul in MMA after the Perry fight. And if you think about it, while back Jake did say he wants this in his promotion, I think Jake Paul will make an MMA debut at some point. Can't wait for the lock of the week tomorrow. Neither can I, bro. You got any locks? I'm dropping that video tomorrow. We'll do everything. Full card lock slate. We'll lock in what I'm feeling good about. One more sleep. I want to sleep on it for one more night. I went to bed so late last night. After Moneyline, I chilled a little bit with Jersey Girl. She went to bed, and then I fucking came down here and I took some ripskis. I stayed up late, bro. Too many ripskis, dog. The late night ripski sesh, and I was fucking zooted, bro. I was zooted, bro. I was like, I went to bed at like 5, bro. Not good. No ripski, Jay, for a few days. I got to take some time off. I don't think you're the only one taking Moicano. Appreciate the stream. I'm not going to lie. I am worried as well. But he's still picking Pico. Dude, I like genuinely don't know. Who's your savage underdog? Bro, I got to pick somebody. I don't know. We'll see. It's tricky, dude. Yeah, Toxic Avenger. Exactly, bro. I ended up not sleeping that well. I feel fine, but like, you know, when you feel like a little bit tired, it's just that kind of lingers. Yeah. That's where I'm at. But I get a good night's sleep tonight. It's all good. Tomorrow I got nice work to do. Bro, I've been using that Jocko Fuel pre-workout. Dude, I cannot hype it up enough. I actually think it's my favorite pre-workout I've had in years. Duncan has been a dog in his last 3 or 4 wins, so I'm not surprised people like him Moicano. Valid. He's pretty consistently underrated. Just don't really trust in a Money Moicano at this point of his career. Italy for the win this weekend? I don't think so. Jocko, really? Yeah, I was surprised too. The Jocko Fuel pre is good. Did I relapse on the Ripski? I wouldn't call it a relapse. I decided to take a few Ripskis like not several, but a few weeks ago. Then every so often I do rips when I feel like it, but I'm definitely not going back to smoking every day. Hell no. Ripski sometimes. But dude, I smoke, even in my sessions that I do, I smoke about 1/10 of what I used to. And I still get fucking zooted beyond my fucking reality. I'm like, yo, I cannot imagine doing like a full sesh. I'll fucking pass out. I'll literally drop, bro. Like I can't. Moicano did look bad against a washed Dariush, and I just feel like he could afford to lose. Pre-workout energy powder had me shaking. The ish is strong stuff. It's good stuff. AJ only Ripski when he gets 100 plus likes, so I respect the break. Yeah, I ain't doing no Ripskis tonight, though. Even if I get 500 likes. No Ripskis tonight. I'm not in the mood. AJ resisting the relapse narrative. Because it's not a relapse, bro. It's just I've taken some rips. I can casually have it in moderation, but I recognize when it's getting the better of me, and I'm like, I'm not going to smoke for a few days. I'm not like anti-weed or anything. Like, I don't know, 1 to 2 days a week I'll smoke, I feel like. That's kind of my mentality. But any more than that, I just think is suboptimal for me. Should have been 1 UFC pack for every 50 likes. I got to get them. You're trying to bait them to like the live stream? Fair point. They should just like the live stream in general, bro. It's a Tuesday night stream. If I hit 100 likes by the hour 30-minute mark, I'll do a 2-hour stream. We're only at 33 at the moment, so the likes got to, get a bit of a jump. But I'd like to do a 2-hour stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button. KZ, are you picking Moicano or Duncan, bro? I think Pico gets cut if he loses. I feel like there's a lot of potential there, still given his age. I don't think he gets cut if he loses. Aaron Pico's really fucking good. Like, he should win, but the problem is his style is very reckless. So, if you're on the gambling side, recognize you got a minus 300 guy that is literally a fucking warrior, but on the flip side, willing to die by the sword. Respect on no ripskis. Anyone could put it down at will, shows discipline. Thank you, certified MMA fan. Yeah, that's where I'm at this point. Do it when I feel like it. And that is not today. I like my sober J. I feel like I'm still sobering up from fucking last night, dude. Ian Garry versus Islam is where it's at. I agree too, but the narrative is kind of being pushed that it's Makhachev versus Morales. Excuse me, Makhachev. Obviously, it's fucking Makhachev. Duncan. I like the Duncan call. I think Duncan wins. What do you guys think is the fucking value money line of the card? Is it Deone Barbosa at minus 150? I low-key feel like that's an underrated line. Like, I could argue that she should be a 2 to 3 to 1 even favorite. Like, I don't think she should be only minus 150. I think it's a mismark. I'm surprised that the odds aren't wider for that. Mainly because, like, Gato's been inactive, doesn't have a ton of power. Barboza minus 130, dude. So weird to me that Gato opened up as a favorite. It doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I feel like she's better everywhere. I really like Deone Barbosa's chances this weekend. Kai Kamaka at minus 160. Dude, can we talk about the surprise of the vet being minus 160 against the prospect? I thought he'd be like a minus 250 favorite coming in. Pat at even odds is pretty good. I know everybody's really panicking about his wrestling. You know what I'll do? During this stream, I think we should put that on. Let me have it on in the background. The fight when he fought the roided up Brazilian when he was taken down. I mean, I get the worry, bro. He was getting taken down a lot by this dude. Juice to the gills Brazilian. The thing is, that guy was on fucking hella steroids. Hella steroids. But still was taking him down a good amount. Probably not the best look of all time. Thing is, Guillermo Pat has like really fucking nasty stand up. The thing is, though, like, this fight was over a year ago. It's like one of those situations where it's like, I know his grappling looked mid in this fight, but you have to assume the priority of his fucking training is focused on takedown defense. And he's in the UFC now. I don't know. I just assume that he's been working on that whole. I'm leaning money only because Duncan likes to wrestle / clinch when he has better grappling. Duncan is so tough and those sick elbows make it a difficult decision. It's a 50-50 fight to me. It is a bit of a 50-50 fight. Duncan's best win, probably Mateusz Rumbeshki. You dab a couple times in the morning, a couple times at night for late gaming session. That's really it. Join or two at bedtime is all you need. Now, Julian Ramos, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. Do you recognize you're talking about taking multiple dabs throughout the day and taking a joint or two? That's a fucking lot of weed, bruh. Respectfully, of course. Smoke as much as you want. I mean, that is a lot, though. That's somebody that used to smoke every single day. Like that's a lot. Pat hasn't been tested in the grappling, to be honest, but the stand-up's very good. I think you could spark Thomas. The worry is just him, like, stuck on his back, which is not a crazy take. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. For some reason, I feel like Duncan's going to blow through him. I could see a stoppage from Duncan, yeah. Duncan's got a fucking chin, dude. Like, it's not that he doesn't get knocked down, but he recovers, right? Then he keeps swinging. He's just a fucking warrior. He's a warrior. He's a fucking certified animal. I agree, bro. Definite improvements with Dustin and Gamrot. I think Duncan's on the cusp of contention. I hit the Penji for like every hour for like 6 years. We're gonna have Alzheimer's? No. Not gonna get Alzheimer's. You might just be like slightly mentally burned out with a bit of lung irritation, but I'm not gonna say you're gonna have Alzheimer's. No, you're good. You're good on that front. You might just have like uh, you know, a more higher likelihood of being like drowsy or low mood. A Duncan first round knockout would be crazy. I have to say MVP just put a fantastic card. Them actually really want to see the undercard. Lorenz Larkin versus Jason Jackson's high level shit. I love it too, bro. They really came through. I got nothing but love and respect for what they're putting together. And that's why I'm literally covering that shit with the UFC treatment. I'm doing full card picks. I'm doing it this week's best on Maybets. Like, I'm not fucking around, bro. I'm literally doing an MVP full content slate. I'm doing the weigh-in recap show. I'm literally doing 2 weigh-in recap shows that Friday. It's going to be disgusting. The amount of content that I'm putting out is going to be fucking gross for that card. Full card picks. I'll probably do UFC Sunday like usual, and then Monday MVP. Tuesday, probably the betting show for, well, actually, I'll depend on the props. If the props are out, I'll do MVP first. If not, I'll do UFC. Wednesday, this week's best on Maybets, UFC probably. Thursday, PropAholics. Most likely a UFC focused PropAholics show, but I might blend the two. I just don't feel like doing a 4-hour live stream. And then, yeah, Friday, live stream in the afternoon, weigh-in recap show for the UFC, then weigh-in recap show for MVP. So essentially, it is an insane level of coverage for the sport, bro. It's getting the full treatment, bro. If MVP sticks around and is around more often, and if this first card passes my test, and I think it's going to, I'm down as fuck to dedicate some serious time to covering it. Like, I have no issue with that at all. I'm down to overwork the fuck out of myself for the sake of content, bro. Like, that's the beautiful thing about this game. I love that shit. The double weigh-in recap shows is going to be insane, though. What's my lock of the week for this Saturday? I haven't dropped it yet. I was going to sleep on it one more night. I mean, you're talking about lock as in like my actual confidence, like most confident picks, or you talking about like an underdog attack? Are you talking about the savage dog lock that pisses people off because they, for some reason think that it's absolutely the lock of the century when it's a fucking underdog? Or do you mean like an actual like lock-in pick like that's going to hit, like a most confident? Your coverage will be elite, no doubt. Hey, thank you, Tom Tanaka. I'm really excited, dude. I love content. You guys know this about me. I really do. And covering 2 MMA leagues is something that I'm more than happy to do. It just needs to be worth my time. That's really the simple truth. Like, the PFL, this doesn't do that for me. But when I first started this shit, I covered Bellator as well. So it's not like I can't handle it. I'm just not going to waste my time if I don't think the product deserves it. Like, I view it as my time is valuable. MVP is making my valuable time worth putting in, I feel like Bad Night Out, Grapple Duncan, and Money is a better grappler. Hey, listen, it's possible. Definitely possible. Definitely possible. Have I addressed the Julian Erosa lock? Dude, I literally was live for the whole card. I don't understand why there's a strange narrative that like I don't address everything. I'm literally live for the entire UFC card. I then do a full card recap. I also do live streams 6 days a week, bro. I don't run from any wrong pick. I don't understand what that weird narrative is sometimes in the comments. I'm like, do you guys like not watch the content? I'm not even saying you, by the way, Icky say. I know you tune in more often. But just like some people in the comments, I'm like, do you guys like not watch what I post? Like, obviously they don't. They're just trying to fucking rage bait. But it's like, yeah, it exists, man. Yo, after every card, I hold AJ's post-fight press conference. Listen, my picks were off the money tonight. That would actually be pretty funny, dude. If I added like a segment in the recap shows where AJ's picks press conference, and then like I get like a a green screen in the background. And it comes up like as if I'm at the UFC presser. Listen, dude, the card, the picks, they didn't come together. It was stupid. I'm annoyed. It's frustrating for me. That would actually be really funny for the recap. I might actually add that in, bro. I might be able to do it. People pissed me off. The Arosa pick was fine. A pick doesn't equal the same thing as the right bet to make. Totally fair. Dude, it's like one of those things where I'm like, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not blind to the fact that he might get chinned, but that's how the game goes. PDX, you already know, bro. Yeah, they don't understand. It's a savage underdog lock, bro. It's me looking for a plus money line that says, hey, let's go for it. If anyone listened to Moneyline, Adrian Finch talked about the Arosa fight. Even though he picked Arosa, Adrian was aware that Arosa was at risk of getting chinned. 100%. Knew it was possible, but I actually thought his veteran savviness would lead to a better fight IQ. Like, it's annoying because Julian Arosa really should have just tried to wrestle in this spot and clinch and, like, just hold on. Like, survive the first round and you have a chance against Lion Douglas. You got to have a mini-series where you and Finch have to pick an underdog each week. Keep track of who the leader is. Can't pick the same dog, though. Dude, I feel like that's unfair if we can't pick the same dog. Because then one of us gets fucked if we have the same underdog. I know this week Finch has Estevam as an underdog. He's going Estevam, gang. I think the Arosa Melky fight was closer because I believe it was the fourth fight or so in like 6 months for Melky. Also not known for power in the hands and looks like he didn't commit the shots. Very true. AJ's dog lock is going to be Stuart Nickel. I think Esteban Ribovics is the lock of the week next week. Maybe because he's more damaging than Gamrot, but I don't know. What's his underdog line? Plus 145. It's not even crazy. Gamrot at minus 165. 35 years old. The thing is, dude, Esteban Ribovics, he's not that fucking good. I like Esteban a lot. I picked him as an underdog against Zoe Huber. I really like him, but dude, he's not that good. Most fights should be close if the matchmakers are any good. Which say UFC for the most part is good matchmakers, which is why fights is hard to pick. But that's what makes it fun, bro. I love the fucking challenge, bro. I've been doing this for years, and I've never said I'm bored of making predictions, you know? If you're determined to complain, pick on them for missed lock picks, not dog picks, I think PDX has a point. Like, if honestly, if people wanted to shit on me, bro, fucking roast my ass about the Chase Hooper pick. That was fucking awful. I'm with Finch on Estevam. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I have a perceived 35% edge. Of course, that's my underdog lock. That still means this is a 50% chance of losing. Totally valid, bro. If you feel like something's a 50-50 fight and you go dog, it's not a bad call. That's what I'm thinking. Is Ribovics better than Ludovic Klein, bro? I don't know. He's a little wilder. I don't think you get bored about predictions if you're a true fan. I completely agree. Ribovics, McKinney too? No, I don't need to see another fucking knockout. Yeah. Nobody expected Chase to look like that much of a bitch, bookies included. Well, at the end of the day, Kyle bets badly. You got to remember that. The troll folks in the community, that's just what they do. Like, there's like a cult of them. They just exist on the MMA channels, you know? It's not as personal. It's more just like that's their, persona online. It's really good for my algorithm. I mean, dude, it's a UFC Apex card this week, and let me see. What are my views at? What is my full card picks video at? Bro, a fucking Apex card this week. And in the first 1 day, 23 hours, bro, about 10,000 fucking views. For an Apex card, bro. An Apex card pulling in 10,000 views in day and a half, you realize that's fucking huge, bro. The last Apex card did 11,000 views total, bro. The UFC London card, 13,000 views total. The Apex card almost has the same amount of views as the fucking, last Apex card. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Moicano card is popping off. Like the channel is moving right now and growing in a massive way. And there's more interaction than ever. And the people coming in talking shit also is good for the community. Like it also grows because like, yo, people give a fuck to have things to say. YouTube's algorithm is not based upon positive or negative interaction. It's simply just based upon interaction. People are interacting with this video, so it's a good video. It's a video that causes for people to feel the need to say something about it or give a reaction to it. That's massive, dude. So I'm very grateful, man. I am not offended, bro. Yeah, we're almost at 60K, bro. I think we're live to hit 60K in the next month or two, probably a month from now or so, depending on, the numbers from the 327 and 328 fight companion. We can hit it by 328. But what I've noticed more than anything as of late is I have grown in fucking like savage subscribers that I see tuning in to like a lot of the content consistently, which I like. Like that makes me excited, dude. Like a raw number is beautiful, right? You can, if you gain 20,000 subs overnight, that's great. But if only 200 of them really give a shit, and the 2,000 that you gained, maybe majority of them don't watch, versus if you gained 500 and 500 give a fuck, or even 500 and 250, that's 50. That's huge, percentage wise. So I like to see like loyal, savage subscribers come in. That always excites me. Right. A couple of fight companions and I'm there. You are one of the savage subs, Charlie Combat. Fuck yeah. Chase Hooper minus 265 seemed good. Minus 425 before the fight was crazy. Yeah. Terrible. You see the Chechen light heavyweight on the main card this Saturday? Definitely going to be a future contender. Chechen's own doggies. I think that he's about to destroy Brennison Barrow. True age in it for a long run? Absolutely, bro. You're a degenerate subscriber, WPDX. UKZ MMA and Eustace are the only lives I tune into. Listen, those are the savage live streams of the space. I'd rather have 200 hardcore subs than 2,000 that don't really care. Exactly. It's not about grand total of numbers. Like, have you ever seen a YouTube channel that has several 100,000 subscribers, but you notice they get lower views than I do with not even 60K yet? You've seen these YouTube channels. They have 100 something thousand subs and they're averaging between 2 and 7,000 views a video. So even though their total number is large, their active subscriber number is rather low. And that's not really the main goal. People get obsessed about just the number. It's about building quality subscribers that give a fuck. I would say a big MMA channel like MMA Guru that actually has quality subscribers that give a fuck, he does, which is very impressive, man. You hit the pussiest cycle of all time. Thionara decision, Lahayan KO, Kiesa sub altogether was plus 430. Hey, it's still a cycle hit, though. Hebrew has a chance to make history as the biggest underdog to ever cash in the UFC. Might lock in. Not against the Chechen, bro. Come on. I'm going back to my EVOV rule, bro. Like, I pick against a fucking EVOV with fucking Murphy and Avloyev, and even whether or not the decision could have been a draw or what have you. Yes, it's like I should have just stuck to my old rule. I got to go back to my old rule. I always faded Macy Barber every fight. Every fight I picked against her, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to trust her this time. No, I should have said, well, I'm going to keep fading her. I'm just sticking to my stubborn trends, bro. I tune in because I appreciate your passion for the sport. That's what it's all about, Jordan Ultra. I appreciate that. I love this shit. MMA Psycho, I haven't heard of him. The clickbait is dumb funny. MMA Psycho. Okay. He's a psycho. I don't see him. Doesn't come up. Yeah, the Guillermo Pat tape, I actually literally had that fight running. Right now, I have that fight in the background, and, the takedown defense is definitely worrisome. To be fair, though, the guy he was fighting was on steroids. And it's not like Guillermo Pat did get taken down a bit, but it's not like he got fucking destroyed on the ground, you know? But I know that guy was a complete shit can, so it's a fair worry. They have Devloyev decision giving AJ long-term PSD, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hiking mountains while listening to my experts in my therapy peak shit. That's fucking awesome, Hru. I wish I had mountains near. Bro, I would guarantee that guy's on steroids. Like the insane delt definition, like it's not like naturally jacked. It's like freakishly overly jacked delts. Dern isn't the real deal. Just what the UFC wanted, though. Feels like a fake champ. Maybe I'm a hater. Let's see what happens in a first title defense. Dude, that's the thing. Damage is absolutely favoring Guillermo Pat. The worry with Pat, right, is okay, he gets blanketed for 3 rounds, but he does have pretty good get-ups, dude. I know. The takedown defense is worrisome, but takedown defense is something that can be improved. Like, it's not like he looks like a pussy. You know, certain guys that just give up, like in fights when things are going awry. Like, Guillermo Pat has a lot of fucking will to win, which sometimes you got to back guys that just have that dog. And I feel like he has dog in him. And I know his takedown defense hasn't looked great. I fully understand that. But his get-ups are there. His cardio's there. Like you're saying, Charlie Combat, I see you. His strike damage is there. His strike volume is there. His distance striking, his mid-range, his closer, like every element of fighting, Guillermo Pat's like pretty solid at outside of we've seen mid takedown defense. But it's not awful. And he's fighting a guy that I think has like no chance to knock him out. So, you know, potentially on the side of Peterson, it's a blanketing, but I don't know, dude. I don't see Peterson as that good of a wrestler. I know he's got takedowns, but if you're a stats guy, and you know, I have fun with UFC stats. I think it's always fun to look at. So if you're a stats fan and you look towards the stat and you look at Guillermo Pat and Thomas Peterson, let me see if I can just bring this up on the screen. Okay, so Guillermo Pat, Thomas Peterson. You look at Thomas Peterson. Can you guys read this? Does it look legible? Let me zoom. So Peterson is averaging a lot of fucking takedowns, hitting at a 50% rate. Like that's pretty solid. Strikes landed is actually not terrible. Defense is not terrible either. And he's a southpaw, but he's given up 7 inches in reach. He's also given up 5 inches in height. Looking towards the fight, though, the fight that is swaying Peterson's takedown efficiency is the Dontel Mays fight. Dontel Mays was completely washed, dude. Like completely washed. You know, against Petrino, Peterson didn't look like this beastly wrestler, bro. He fucking missed on 8 takedowns and he got taken down once. And then against Shamil Gaziev, okay, he hit 1 takedown, nice, but he still got knocked the fuck out in the first round. Then against Mo Usman, he hit 2 takedowns, but like if you look at it, 2 out of 5, but no control time, just a takedown. It's not like Peterson has shown this like amazing ability to control decent fighters. And then he got outstruck by Jamal Pose in his debut. And then, yeah, he fucked up Chandler Cole, but Chandler Cole, what is he, like 5'7", 5'10" heavyweight, probably 5'9". So I guess where I'm going with it is like Peterson's not that good of a wrestler, and Guillermo Pat with good cardio and get up should probably be able to find him for a knockout at some point. I think Pat Moneyline might just be worth it, dude. Like if you think he has upside as a contender to watch, like takedown defense is not the worst thing to lack if you have get up game. Like you can always improve your takedown defense, but the guy that has that fucking desire to get up to his feet is what I look for. You know, it's not like Guillermo Pat's a jiu-jitsu guy either. Like if he was really like a bottom guard jiu-jitsu guy, like to play, you know, the triangle game and shit, then I'd be like, all right, you know, it's like that's something to worry about. Respect to anyone, especially AJ, that watches every fight of every fighter on every card. That's tough, especially crap cards. Do it every week, bro. I've been doing it every week for a long time. This is what I do, bro. It's my job. And I love it, bro. I love studying this shit. I find it very fun. So Guillermo Pat, I only have the gym that he's listed at. I don't know with absolute confidence if he's there, but he's at a gym called Lotus Club. The head coach there is a Brazilian journeyman. Um, Names that went there: Acacio dos Santos, Contender Series veteran. Let's see if I recognize anybody else. I don't. I don't recognize anybody. Definitely not the most notable gym. Let's see though. Yeah, he fights out of Lotus MMA. We got a few LFA guys. I don't know. I don't know how good they are. I mean, Acacio dos Santos is a heavyweight that he works with. It's not like he's that good, but still getting rounds in with him. Um, I mean, he looks in really fucking good shape, bro. Dude, the thing is, Guillermo Pat like has the look of a guy that's gonna make waves at heavyweight. Peterson training with Asplin. That is nice. Listen, it's nice. But I'll say like Guillermo Pat is so much more mobile than Asplin. The footwork is really good. Guillermo Pat is a talented striker. And it's not just hands. It's like his overall game from like bottom all the way up. He has really good footwork. He has good striking from all ranges. He's dangerous with his elbows on the inside, which I think is like a very underrated weapon, especially at heavyweight. Because like imagine a fucking big 240-pound dude elbowing you in the fucking face. Like he can, put somebody out easy with a nice elbow. I don't know. In my brain, I just think that he should be a 2-1 favorite. And if like you want to attack the Thomas Peterson dog, it's like, all right, but it's minus 105. Dude, it's literally fucking even money, bro. Guillermo Pat opened up at plus 110. It's an even money dog, like on the side of Peterson. So it's 50-50. You're not trusting a full-time construction worker pays more. Pat's more committed. I thought that he was a full-time mechanic. I know Finch said construction. I thought he was a mechanic. I don't know for sure. True though. I mean, those are valid points. A fight that's 100% a fluke. Joshua Van versus Pantoja. And I love Joshua Van. You guys know that that's my fucking boy, but like not a fucking liar, it's absolutely nonsense. Like, yeah. It's absolute nonsense. Mayweather Pacquiao 2 is canceled. Damn, bro. Because Mayweather didn't want to do a pro fight at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. AJ Fry breakdown. How does Fry do against Peterson? Peterson's got a chance to win a decision. Fry's more of a boxer than anything else, but I mean, I don't know. Fry's really fucking durable. Pat is super patient though. I feel like the takedown is always there. I had Petrino over Peterson though. Fair. We're only picking 10 fights on this card. This card is ass, and I couldn't be fucked to watch tape on Gato, Cohen, Kamaka, but not on their opponents. Bro, you have to do every fight, bro. Don't do that to yourself, Casey. Don't fear taking losses, bro. Part of the fun of the picks game is doing every single prediction. I know MMA tracker or UFC prediction tracker. I know he tracks guys that don't do full cards, but I don't know, man. I feel like you should be doing the full card, like not just like attempting to preserve like a nice record by not picking everything, I'd say just go all in, Casey. Who cares if you lose? Just don't bet on those guys. But it's better to do like an informed full card breakdown and try. I definitely think Floyd's scared to lose the O because Pacquiao's a gangster. You have no desire to watch tape of them, then no tape it, bro. Go no tape Z. And just base the pick on feeling, bro. Lucas Tracy, that shit. Just go off intuition, bro. You know who's going to win. You know who's going to win. You feel it in your heart. Just make your pick in your heart and who cares? There's nothing wrong with that. You could even say during your video, like, that you're like, I'm not fucking doing tape on this, but I'm picking this person. Like, I don't think it matters. This Lucas Tracy, that shit is crazy. Listen, it's just honest, bro. He makes, his pick based on his feeling. And listen, you can still make good picks on that. Everybody gets up in arms about insane levels of tape, but it's somebody that's like kind of an avid over obsessor about tape. I'll tell you, sometimes it's actually like a bit harder when you know too much. Like sometimes knowing less is better, bro. Like I swear to God, when you know the weapons that both men offer at a high level, or both ladies, and you feel like you have a lot of knowledge of them, you start to like convince yourself of one tool potentially working because there's a pathway, but like ultimately, sometimes that shit doesn't work out. And then you would get over obsessed versus like if you just casually made a pick, well, I think this guy obviously wins. Then you don't like sit there and like overthink like, oh, well, this guy this guy's that, Just base it off posture, bro. Bam. That is true. Boxing is way more built on record. They're all looking for undefeated. MMA, we don't give a fuck. Just care about good fights. When I don't overthink, I do my best picks wise. Bingo, dude. I'll take a strong gut feeling over tons of tape, study 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. Bro, that strong gut feeling is sometimes the absolute best way to do it. Yeah, the green line posture thing is crazy, bro. Lucas picked Bellator, and those who did were on their high horse. He was getting outstruck 20-2. That was annoying. Hey, and Bellator fucking landed clean. Bellator put him out. Sometimes you just got to fucking pick it. Veteran savvy, bro. It's like one of those things. Like, Kai Kamaka yesterday, I started overthinking and like I was selling myself on Dakota Hope. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Give me Kamaka. He's a veteran. Kamaka probably wins. And if he loses, he loses. But like he probably clears. KZ, focus on the main card, quality over quantity, get the train going. Then you get to AJ level. I do main card of the last two prelims because they're exciting to start the main card. I like full card pick Z, dog. When I pick who I think should versus who I feel like will win, I'm wrong. Happened with Siku De Lava, bro. Maybe you got to just make the feeling-based pick, whatever you feel. And Bellator fucked up Luke Fernandez in a big way. That was pretty sick. Hey, chat, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark of stream. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I'm very open to doing a 2-hour stream today, but like I need the likes to move. I wanted to get 100 likes by the hour and a half mark, but I'll even be willing to do 90 likes. So make sure you guys hit it. Back in the 80s, boxing was like MMA, where undefeated records didn't matter nearly as much as they do now. In addition to the best largely fighting the best at their best. Dude, boxing back then was way more of a fight. Yeah, boxing back then is completely different. Yeah, true. A draw with Crude is not bad at all. Crude's pretty decent. Crude's pretty good. Did you guys see Iwo Baranushki is fighting Billy Elikana? Really like that shit. Who is better? The three areas: striking, grappling, wrestling, ground analysis seems solid. Yeah. It's kind of a money way to do it. Like with Peterson and Pat, striking, Pat, wrestling, Peterson, ground game, I don't know. To be determined, though. That's the issue. The get up game of Pat should beat the top control game of Peterson. So that's why I'm going Pat. So scared for Yuri against Ulberg. He's having a kid around the same day. So I feel like Yuri will plot armor his way to a win. I think Yuri is gonna win when the fight gets fucking dirty, and it will at some point. Dude, they did Billy kind of so dirty, bro. You give him the scariest prospect. Takes so much time to study the fights. If you want subs on this field, it's mostly results. KZ, all I can say is accept you and make everyone happy. Do what you do with AJ confidence. W certified MMA fan. Yeah. Be confident in what you call, bro. And if you're wrong, bro. You can't be scared of being wrong, man. You know, some people are like terrified of being wrong. I'm sure that like the people that like talk shit in the chat are like terrified of losing an argument or something like that, you know? You have to just like make a fucking call and ride with it. Who gives a fuck? Somebody's gonna say something mean about you? Okay. I would say Ulberg is not the same style as Poatan. He's a lot more Adesanya. It's distance striking and management of range. Whereas Poatan has touch of death, Ulberg really doesn't. Don't be overhyped by Ulberg's KO over Reyes. Reyes has no chin. UO and Navajo, top 10 soon. Definitely top 10 caliber. Yuri's blueprint, his last two fights, exactly how Ulberg lost his only fight, and Zechku is on a losing streak. Yuri needs to win moments, not the whole fight. Whereas like Ulberg has to win majority of the fight. He needs to win minutes. Like Yuri can win with one fucking exchange. Hey, have you seen the 80s boxing classics like Leonard versus Hearn, Hagler Hearns? Of course I saw Hagler Hearns. I saw that fight when I was younger. I watched it on YouTube. People who are scared to be wrong also can't admit when they're wrong. That's just an insecurity. Best, advice for a man is don't be prideful, bro. Being prideful is a weakness. It'll make you weak at the knees. I think Ulberg has more power outside of Poatan. Yuri can eat shots, like against Roundtree and everyone else. Is Ulberg that powerful? I feel like Ulberg's more of a, technical decision merchant. You go on Ulberg where you can see CKB memes already if Ulberg loses. Totally fair. Hey, W certified MMA fan. Thanks for watching while you did, my boy. Yuri is the most hard out of any fighter I've seen. He can stand up for 30 shots of ground and pound and get a KO. He's just built different, bro. He's built different. Lucrative James posted his hammer of the week. It's time to fade. I mean, he is kind of due to hit, though. Like, I do think he's not going to miss forever. I know everybody's kind of just like preying on his downfall, but like he's going to hit. What is his hammer, bro? Let's see. Chris Duncan? I think it's live. I think it's probably going to hit, bro. I think he gets back on track. I mean, I would honestly like to see him win this week. You're more likely to headbutt a punch and go out than Ulberg stepping in and bombing, to be honest. True. Morales is doomed. He's going to feel Russian strength. Duncan's a savage, bro. I like Duncan, bro. He's fully locked into this shit. Exactly. It's insecurity. Admit being wrong for them reinforces all their insecurities. Instead of working on their shortcomings, they play mental gymnastics. It's pathetic. It's interesting, right? That like people think, though, that not admitting it means it's not seen. I think people struggle to understand that like they're not nearly as good at hiding their truths as you would imagine. Like I'm a big talker for the most part, but as I've gotten older, I listen a lot more. And like you can kind of take a fairly quick read on certain types of people that carry those traits within like potentially one interaction, especially in real life. Obviously, you can also see it in the comments of MMA YouTube. MMA YouTube, I actually think like it's easier to read people online because there's a little bit less of like that filter, right? So you can kind of just like see through what they're presenting. What's up, Hibernation? Most durable person Ulberg is KO'd? Maybe Alonzo Menafield? No, I don't think Ulberg has been roughed up like that outside of the Nzechukwu fight, and he lost. Ulberg getting chinned by Kennedy as age like milk. True, but it was a long time ago. Ulberg's really good. My pick of Yuri Prohashka, which that's where I'm at right now. My pick of Yuri Prohashka is not so much like a pick against Ulberg being good. Like, I'm not saying Ulberg is not good. I think Ulberg is really good. I just think Yuri Prohashka is a really hard matchup for him stylistically. It's not like, oh, yeah, I think he's shit. No, like, I think he's really fucking good. All right, that's a pretty good joke, bro. I have a pretty funny joke. What's Habib's most favorite sexual position? Doggy style. That's fucking good. That's funny, bro. Holy shit. That's nice. That's a W fucking joke, dude. I like that. I don't know how someone who hasn't gotten a win in like 5 years, like Rakic, is still ranked. Feed him to Navo already. Honestly, Rakic, he was just always overrated, bro. I never thought he was that fucking good. I never thought he was that good back in the day. I'd watch him and be like, I don't know, this guy's just missing something. And he'd keep winning, but I'm like, he's just fucking missing something. I just always felt like he was not that fucking good, but like somehow he just keeps winning. I'm so happy when Mirzakhanov put him to bed. I was really fucking happy about that. Bro, I'm already kind of looking ahead to next week's card, bro. I'm so fucking hyped. I'm like disgustingly excited for next week. Stupid excited. Prohashka Ulberg, Van Tyra, Blades Hockett, Reyes Walker. This is fucking incredible. Dude, I think Kevin Holland's live as fuck against Randy Brown. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I think Kevin Holland's actually live in that fight. I know everybody's like writing him off, but like, let's be honest, okay? Let's look at Kevin Holland realistically. I know next week everybody's like, Brown. Kevin Holland, this is kind of what happens, bro. Have you noticed the Kevin Holland career? You've seen it, bro. Loses 2, wins 2. Loses 2, wins 1. Loses 2, wins 2. Loses 2. And he's fighting Randy Brown, who just got knocked the fuck out by Bonefim. And then he beat Nicholas Dalby in the fight before. It was a sick win, but it's Nicholas Dalby. Shit fight against Brian Battle. That was terrible. Beat Aleski Dos Santos, who's old. Muslim Salikov was old. I guess the thing is, like, let's just, like, hold on a second with Randy Brown. Everybody's ready to fucking glaze him. Win against a 40-year-old Nicholas Dalby. Win against a nearly 40-year-old Zaleski Dos Santos. Win against, at the time, like, nearly 40 or 40 years old Salikov. Win by decision against Wellington Turman. Like, I hate to tell y'all, but, like, Randy Brown is kind of just like an old man smasher. Like, he knocks out the older dudes. But dude lost in the first round to Jack Della. Dude fucking, then before that, beat Francisco Trinaldo, who was like 40 years old. Like, what the fuck? Francisco Trinaldo is what, 48 right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Randy Brown, I like Randy Brown. Don't get me wrong, but Kevin Holland's live to fuck him up, dude. I really think Kevin Holland's back. I'm about to pick Kevin Holland. Let's look at it real quick. Randy Brown. Where the fuck is our boy at? Randy Brown, rude boy. All right, so he beat Nicholas Dalby. Dalby at the time, 40. Before that, beat Aleski Dos Santos at the time, 37. Aleski Dos Santos, since that fight, beat Zach Scroggin, who was not UFC level and has back-to-back knockout losses, and Njokuani and Neil Magny. Fight before that, beat Muslim Salikov. At the time, Muslim Salikov was 39, and he beat Salikov in America, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Didn't he? Yeah, in America, so he wasn't on the steroids. Beat Wellington Turman by a decision. Wellington Turman is awful. Jack Della beat him in 2023. Beat Francisco Trinaldo. At the time was 44. Currently, Francisco Trinaldo is 47. And then before that, like a split decision win against Chaos Williams. Prior to that, beat Jared Gooden by a decision. Win against Alex Cowboy Oliveira, who's a fucking journeyman. Vicente Luque fucked him up. You get where I'm going with it, though? Like, I don't think Randy Brown's resume. I'm looking at his wins. Kevin Holland, I think, beats the same crew in a similar fashion. Like, I think he would beat Nicholas Dalby as well. Dalby's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, though. Holland's 50-50, but I feel like you can win this one. Hey, W Swerve. What's up, bro? I feel like Holland's back, bro. Fuck it. For this fight, he'll be back. Salikov, bro, the record, if you fight him in America, that win means nothing to me. You fight him overseas, holy shit. Beating Dalby is impressive, but Saigidis Akhmaev is also overrated as shit. Saigi's overrated, bro. I don't know. I think Kevin Holland's live. I'm not saying he's a guaranteed winning bet or anything like that. I'm not talking about the betting side at all, to be honest with you. Simply just the fight side. I'm like, I think Kevin Holland's live, bro. He's 2.5 years younger. He's got a little reach advantage. It's a good fight. I really like it, dude. Pretty excited. I think it's going to be fun. I don't love Randy taking Elizio Zaleski to a very competitive 29-28. There's some worrisome ones in the mix. The Dalby knockout was sick, though. But I will say, Dalby kind of fought that one like an idiot, bro. He just tried to go crazy. If Holland's a dog, he's the pick. I don't even know what the odds are. Let's see. Holland's the dog. Holland's the underdog, plus 120. I think he beats Randy Brown. That's an early pick that I'm thinking hits. Kevin Holland should win. No. I think Randy Brown's decent, but it's a good matchup for Kevin Holland because I don't think Brown offers much of a wrestling threat. I think the jiu-jitsu skill set even favors Holland. Boxing of Brown is fast, but I think Holland's length should allow him to land as well. But Holland might mentally not even fucking be there. Like, Holland could be mentally gone. That's the issue. Like, I don't know. Like, the D-Rod fight was fucking atrocious, dude. Like, that was so bad. The D-Rod fight was genuinely worrisome. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, I'm sad watching this shit. So, I don't know. We'll see. Bro, fight of the month for the UFC, bro. They just announced it. Guess what fight of the month is, chat? Guess what fight of the month is? Guess. Tafik Musayev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. It's a dirty fight. Like, I just don't see how that's fight of the month. Yeah, D-Rod was such a winnable fight for Kevin. He sold terribly there. I know. But I know. Fence grab and headbutt. It's like, that's fight of the month, bro. Are you serious? Right? The Mason Jones fight was way better. What the fuck are they talking about? Mason Jones, Axel Sola is fight of the month. Most delusional fight of the month pick ever. God's sake, bro. I should start a fight of the month thing. What the fuck? Weird. Right. The UFC don't know ball, bro. It's like, who are they picking? Like, who? What the fuck? Nah, Mason Jones, Axel Sola was sick. Tafik, the cheap messiah, but they giving him love. Fight of the month, dude. Isn't that crazy? Actually, genuinely annoyed at that. It was a good fight, but it was tainted by cheating and damn near the whole second and third round was spent in full guard. Dude, I don't understand how the fuck that was fight of the month. I don't even understand. If that was fight of the night, I was kind of thinking you give it to Yanez and Simone. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Was that really even fight of the fucking night? And then they're giving it fight of the month over Axel Sola and Mason Jones? What? 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 Those were the best fights of the fucking year. What the fuck is that fight of the month? Strictly because the amount of blood. It's so weird. Say hi, Zoe B. Hello, Zoe B. Your boyfriend wanted me to say that because he doesn't know, or she, that you don't know that we're live, I think is how to word it. Yeah, W. They saw your reaction and said, bet fight of the month it is. Yeah, they're just trying to fuck me over, bro. The UFC knows who I am. They're like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Dude, Rahiki Hardwick better. What the fuck are they talking about? Fight of the month. What the fuck? I'm about to fucking quote that tweet, bro. You know, because I don't pay for the X plus or whatever the fuck, I noticed that I don't get like optimal views on my tweets and stuff like that, but I don't want to pay them right now. Fight of the month, my ass. Yeah, fuck that fight of the month. That's so weird. So fucking weird. So fucking weird. Asplin Petrino was better. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Garbrand Long Chow. We love Twitter J. Yo, Twitter J savage. I don't spam post on Twitter, but when I do, it's worth listening to. Dude, exactly. It's purely because Ignacio had a cut, bro. If he doesn't have that cut, people are saying that it was a decent fight. Dana controlled by them? I don't know. I think Dana White is employed by the UFC. Doesn't have ultimate control anymore. Hey, chat, we're at 70 likes. I want to get 100 likes up in here. And I want 100 likes like soon. I want 100 likes soon. I said 90 likes by the hour 30-minute mark. I'll do a 2-hour stream, but I'll do you one better, bro. We'll do 80 likes by the 90-minute mark, and I will do a 2-hour stream. I want 100 likes, but I will do a 2-hour stream, 80 likes by the 90-minute mark because Big J's the boy. Bro, this is so funny. Let's look at it. Antonio Trocoli, Bruno Brazil, Luana Carolina have been removed from the UFC roster. Austin Lane right now. Bro, is Lane going to get another UFC fight? If they don't cut him, holy shit. Asu and Charles Johnson is a certified banger. I really like that fight. Where the fuck is Kawe Fernandez, dude? I don't know. I literally have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I wish we knew. It's fucking annoying. I have no fucking clue. He's just like gone into the abyss of what could be. Like he might never fight. Imagine Kawe never fights again. Did I predict Blades and Tyra to win? Fuck no. I'm going Hockett. And I'm most likely going Van. But I'm going Hockett. Blades is washed, bro. I don't give a fuck. I like Hockett, bro. And if Blades fucks Hockett up, I get a good laugh. It's a win-win for me to pick Hockett. If he wins, we got good chance that he runs. And I'm not picking him just because it's a win-win, but like I do actually think he's got a pathway. But he wins, we got a new blood on the rise in the weight class with quick hands, with strong wrestling, seemingly a very fucking talented up-and-comer. And Blades is looking slower than ever, dude. Like Blades looked like shit against Kuniev. I thought he lost. And his chin is not that good anymore. I could see Hockett busting him up. Like, Hockett is legit, bro. Blades has not looked good in a long time. So, I'm going Hockett. And then Van, it's close. The thing is, Tyra fucked up Moreno. But I'm thinking it was washed-ass Moreno getting dominated on the ground in that spot. And then you saw, Kavanaugh handle him as well. So I don't know, man, with Tyra. He lost to Royval. Like, his grappling is very slick, for sure. I picked Royval against him. I picked Van against Pantoja. Like, my MMA mental math is telling me trust in my guy. I've backed Joshua Van for a very long time. And I think that he is the better boxer without a shadow of a doubt. And if Tyra isn't able to get to, like, dominant spots on the ground and control position, I do think the battle of volume in the striking department, the boxing of Joshua Van will be very live to damage Tyra And I still have doubts about how Tyra is going to do in like an in the pocket boxing match. If he's successful with takedowns and then he's controlling for extended periods of time, obviously Tyra is live for a later stage finish or potentially even an earlier stage submish. But I think if Joshua Van's slippery on the mat, takedown defense, even if it's not perfect, it's enough to not get like fucked up on the ground. And then, Van's able to create some space and then get back up to striking. I don't know, dude. Those hands are going to be ripping. I feel like it's a toss up on this one. Depends on which blade shows up. Razor's one of the weakest nicknames UFC history. I'll always say that. That's the thing, though. We don't know what blades in 2026. Like, he's looked really sleepy to me lately. And I feel like Josh Hockett's got such crazy momentum. It just seems like the stars are aligning for him to, become a contender. And like, dude, we need this. I know a lot of you hate him, and that's okay because it's good. He's going to get a lot of eyes. Can you imagine Hockett fucks up Curtis Blades, gets another big fight, ends up winning, and then fighting for the belt? Imagine he fights the winner of Waldo and Volkov for a number one contender fight, and let's say he beats one of them. And then next, Hockett's fighting for the title against like Aspinall or Poetan. Like the shit talk would go crazy. Bro, he could be a mainstay of a hated star. What does that mean? He would be a guy that everybody wants to lose. It's not like they're rooting for him. Everybody's like, fuck this guy. I hate him. But then he wins and he pisses people off. So I feel like live to win and piss people off makes the most sense to me. Ian Garry 2.0. I feel like Gary's more likable at this point, but no, that's true. Garry, the fucking Neil Magny situation for Garry was very cringy. To me, it's Colby 2.0. Yeah. He feels like, a Chael Sonnen, Colby Covington spinoff at heavyweight. Bro, can you imagine Hockett goes on for a fucking tear fighting for the belt? He's sweet. I like Hockett. I like his style. Obviously, I find him fucking crazy outside of the cage, but in the cage, he's funny as shit. He's good. He's good in the cage. He says crazy shit. It's fucking hilarious, bro. People are like, oh, he's a piece of shit. He's politically insensitive. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, he's a fucking cage fighter, man. We're holding these guys to the same standard as if they were like running for your fucking local office or something like that. It's like guy fights in a goddamn cage for a living. I don't think expect political correctness. He's not working at fucking bank or a pastor at a damn church or joining the priesthood. He's a cage fighter, literally a closed door cage that he fights in to make his living. And it's like we're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's just too politically incorrect, man. So he's a fucking cage fighter, for God's sake. This guy's insane. Bro, Hockett would beat Asplin. I love Asplin. Hockett will fuck Asplin up. It is cringe, bro. But dude, it's literally making him. He's getting the Curtis Blades fight because he talks. If he didn't talk, he would never get that fight. His 2 UFC wins are against fucking mids. Max Gimenez, I don't even think should be in UFC at all. He's terrible. And Denzel Freeman is like nothing. Like he's a nobody. He was mad over Anshu Jubilee's disappearance as I am. I would like to see Anshu Jubilee come back. Yeah. I want to see Anshu Jubilee versus like Trevor Peek. I think that's a cool fight. I think Trevor Peek probably knocks him out, but let's do that. Anshu Jubilee, Trevor Peek. Bingo. Dude, such easy matchmaking for him. Give him Tyrell Fortune. Listen, Fortune is somebody to watch, but I feel like Fortune is going to have to fight like, I don't know, Spivak, Puniev, shit, maybe even Volter Walker. Jubilee Shamrock. Damn, bro. I feel like Shamrock might beat him. Nate said he turned down the Connor fight to get the MVP fight. I call bullshit. You got to understand. A lot of people think Nate Diaz is stupid. He's actually more smart than people understand. He just, has an interesting speech pattern. Nate Diaz is actually rather intelligent with his career. He knows how to talk, bro. He knows how to raise his stock. He literally is claiming to have denied a McGregor fight because he didn't want to retire Conor McGregor and saying that's why he chose the MVP fight. I think it's genius. Yeah, Tybura is higher ranked than Hawkins wins, yes. Nurul Aliyev had a close fight with Shamrock, by the way. Fair, but Nurul Aliyev's also kind of garbage in round 3. I watched a bit of Nate on Theo. I watched the highlights, and I'm still watching the full thing. I plan on finishing it tomorrow. Welcome to Shamrock. Shamrock. Shamrock could beat Anshul Jubilee for sure. You never want to see Shem again? Nah, they'll give him another fight. He's not getting cut yet. He got one more. Got one more at least. Shem will go 0-4 if they keep him that long. I could see it. The Shem show times the PFL show. That's probably what's next. The Nurul Aliyev versus Jakar Close. It's good matchmaking. Jakar Close could upset him, bro. Jakar Close is strong as fuck in the clinch. And he can box. Jakar Close is live in that fight. Jakar Close definitely is live to win the 3rd round at least. I think Jakar is absolutely in that shit. Shem's a douche at weigh-ins, then trying to dap his opponent to take it easy on him. Classic Scows. He's a Scows, bro. Shamrock behind the desk with Paul Felder? Hopefully not. Who's a bigger threat to Islam Morales or Garry? I don't know. Neither, really. But, like, Garry because he's a student of the game. Morales simply because he has a big puncher's chance. Johnny Walker or Dom Reyes? Johnny Walker probably knocks him out. I feel like Reyes is going to get caught with something stupid, bro. But he could win. Like, Johnny Walker is chinny, too. But he's so fucking big, dude. He's winged some wild ass punches, and like Dom Reyes gets hit one time, and it's probably over. I don't know, dude. Dom Reyes, if he doesn't win early, I just worry about him getting cooked. Like at all times, bro, both guys' chins are very red flag, but I don't know. Johnny Walker could end up exploding and landing like a big bomb. Morales pressuring Islam, stops the takedown bank here. That'd be fucking crazy. AJ's the Joe Pyfer of MMA YouTube. Okay. Stop pushing people like a D-bag. That is a slight D-bag. Yeah, you got karmic justice for that bullshit. Karmic justice for that bullshit. Yeah, Walker and Reyes do have some common opponents. Do you want me to name them for you, KZ? We'll use MMA math to make our prediction. So, common opponents of Johnny Walker and Dominic Reyes. Recent opponent, loss, 1st round knockout, Volkan Ozdemir. Dominic Reyes, win, Volkan Ozdemir in... Oh my God, when? 2019. So, one up for Reyes. Another common opponent. Anthony Smith. Win for both men, but a finish from Reyes. We'll give him one more point for that. Win, Ryan Spann. Johnny Walker. Loss, Ryan Spann. Dom Reyes, 1st round knockout. Let's see, anything else? Johnny Walker never fought Nikita Krylov. Carlos Ulberg, neither fought. So, both beat Anthony Smith. Reyes beat Volkan Ozdemir. Walker lost to Ozdemir. To be honest, it was kind of a controversial decision, too. And that was prime Reyes, let's not forget. And then the Anthony Smith decision for the side of Walker with a finish for the side of Reyes. Granted, less washed Anthony Smith fought Walker, still nonetheless. Ryan Spann win, but back in 2020 for Johnny Walker. Ryan Spann knockout loss in 2022 for Reyes. Yeah, I mean, pretty much even, dog. I heard Johnny Walker say he ate an uppercut from Ngannou, which is kind of crazy. Instead of doing MMA math, consider MMA algebra. You're right, bro. You're right. Yeah, the morale of MMA YouTube is me for sure. In hindsight, Izzy's legacy is saved by the Poetan win. Other than that, it'd be Rob. He arguably lost the rematch. I thought he did lose the rematch. Worst fight ever versus 50-year-old Yoel. Costa, Jared, and Marvin. Totally real, bro. That Poetan win kind of carries his legacy, which is sick, right? Because he said, oh, that guy will say, oh, I beat him one time. And then now it's like him saying that about Poetan, which is crazy, bro. I don't believe Walker for a second saying that he's just gassing himself up like crazy. Definitely possible. He's just saying crazy shit. Reyes controversial decision with Johnny Bones Jones. Reyes loses to Superman Span. Superman Span gets KO'd by Brandon Farron. Brandon Farron, I got submitted by me, Hybrid Charles. So technically, Hybrid Nation, you are better than John Jones and Dominic Reyes, which is kind of crazy. How do you feel about that, bro? You are technically the, potential consensus, GOAT of the UFC light heavyweight division, having never even fought in it, bro. According to MMA math, bro, which is fucking crazy. I agree. The guys back then were not the same. Today's middleweight division is way better. But I do think Prime Adesanya definitely is a lot more competitive, at least with, the guys that are fucking him up. Like, I think Prime Izzy does beat Joe Pyfer. I think he just sells stupidly now. But I do think, Dricus Duplessis is always a hard fight for him. Same with Strickland, same with Amavov. But I really think Joe Pyfer was fucking losing, bro. But like Adesanya, I don't know, it's just nothing is there. MMA math is wild. I started my own school and kind of fell off fighting. Wish I could go back. Hey, man, you were destined for something else. Hibernation, it's not a bad thing. Van vs. Tyra is going to be an all-time pros versus Joes in Miami. The champ at dog dollars. What do you think? Bro, the champ at dog dollars, stylistically, it comes down to positions. Is it grappling or is it striking? It's really crazy to see that a big part of why Usman and Izzy were dominating was because how insanely weak 170 and 85 was. Usman legit fought George twice, Colby twice, and Burns, not the strongest. True. Like there was no Shavkat, there was no Ian Garry, there was no Michael Morales, there was no Sean Brady, even, right? There was no Bilal really at that time. You're right, though. It is interesting. But I will say, like, Prime Burns was fucking game. Prime Colby, I don't know. Like, dude, weirdly, it's like that Burns win might have been the most savage. Like, I don't think Masvidal competes with Ian Garry. I think he gets easily outstruck. I think Colby Covington in today's weight class, like, I could see him getting beat on a decision by Bilal, dude. I think Shavkat shuts him down. I think Usman is still competitive with the elites. Like, if you put a prime Usman in the mix, I would love to see him fight like Ian Garry and Shavkat. If Tyra was the dog, I'd be more worried, but Van as a dog feels right. Van as a dog does feel right because of how weird his fight ended, too. Izzy's decline is fucking real. Izzy's decline is real. Dude, if they added Usman Morales to the White House card, I would be thrilled. You got a title shot over what? Beating a post-prime Woodley and Damian Maia. Colby off the same Woodley win and fucking RDA. Like when you really look at it, man, it wasn't amazing. No, definitely fair. I never really liked Usman in his prime. I actually feel like I like him more now. But at the time, it was like Damian Maia's grappling was terrifying, you know? Like at the time we hadn't seen it, you know? It's like the shift of the tide in the modern era is just like so many more athletic guys with well-refined games. Like I've definitely seen an evolution for sure of like the welterweight division now is like holy shit. I mean, like as much as people want to knock Ian Garry, bro, like he is sensational in this generation. Like Ian Gary's style, right? The closest comparison you could say is like, okay, Carlos Condit, but he's so much better than Carlos Condit. Jack Della Maddalena with his scrappy boxing, you know. The thing is, though, I think Usman is very live against Bilal and Jack Della, I will say. But I think this current division is interesting because Michael Morales, Shavkat, and Ian Garry, and alongside of Islam Makhachev, I feel as though are four of the guys that just have something special about them. Carlos Prata is very good, but I do think the grappling will become an issue with somebody. Prime Damian Maia doesn't beat anyone in the top 10 in the welterweight division right now. He's like a weaker Sean Brady, honestly. He's probably number 12 in the weight class. Him versus Michael Venom Page would be great. JDM Usman would be very interesting. I'd pick JDM. Dude, I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that shit. Even now, I'd be hyped to see it. Hamza signed a multi-million-dollar deal with RAF. Jackson Pod just announced it, bro. RAF is popping off. These guys want to wrestle, dude. AJ, you remember Combat Barriqua 2 months ago, and I'm still here. 109 videos in, 80, 31, and 2026 picks. Main event struggling, though. Thanks for the words that day. I'm still here, a fan. Hey, W, bro. Let me check out your channel. You keep on posting, bro. That's what it's all about. I think what you got to work on is just get a new thumbnail style, bro. Because people favor the side of a different thought. Like you have the same thumbnail for every video. People are less likely to click. Like the one you did for UFC 326 is fine with me. But like using the same one over and over, people are just going to think it's the same video. Even if the title is different, the thumbnail catches the eye first. Yeah, Ode no contest. I was right, bro. My pick is even. People talk about heavyweight and light heavyweight falling off. A man 25, 35, 45, 70, 85 all gotten so good. Bruh, the change has been sensational. Sensational. I'm so happy to see it. The sport's so much better now. I know people like to, you know, get nostalgic on the golden era, but so much better now, bro. AJ, a pro at the thumbnails? I am, bro. I have Photoshop. I pay monthly for that shit. You have to take the time to learn, bro. Learn how to use Photoshop, learn what works. You have to study, bro. You have like another element of YouTube is also finding your style, but like also finding what works. You know, you look at my thumbnail styles for, let's say, my full card recap show. Here's how I describe the thumbnail for the full card recap. Some basic, because this is a newer thumbnail style. Put an excited face, put 4 elements of the card with wording, and then put a summary of what the card looked like. Great card. You see like MMA Guru and plenty of other guys do something similar to that. Mine, the face in it, I don't know. I just like my vibe. Weigh-in show, bread and butter. I've been doing that for years. I'm not changing it. It's excited face Jay with the weigh-ins and then UFC weigh-in recap show. It just works. This week's best of Maybets, I updated this year to a bigger picture of myself. I feel like it flows a lot nicer. My random news videos, I don't know. I just kind of try and have something captivating in the center with like nice wording. And then like my live streams for the fight companion, simple, bro. You got to just have the fucking card. You don't need to put anything else on there. You don't have to go crazy. I know some people might try to personalize it, whatever, but then it can look corny, you know? And then for my, you know, live streams, Depends on my mood. I kind of just base everything on how I feel. Sometimes I go for an excited look, sometimes very bland, sometimes somewhere in the middle. I don't know. What was the golden era? The golden era is now. Golden era is now. Now is the golden era. You like the green cloud in the thumbnails? Hey, W useless. I appreciate you. PropAholics is probably my weirdest thumbnail of the bunch, but I don't know. I find that thumbnail fun. I think it looks good. Little animated picture. I don't know. It's a vibe. It's a vibe ski, bro. We're going to talk about your fight 11th of April. It's going to be sick, bro. Can't fucking wait for it. The birth of PropAholics was legendary. Any signs of the merch giveaway? Eventually. Leaving aliens? Probably. It's pretty cool. It's cool to just fucking geek out on, but like, also, man, people get caught up in like irrelevant shit that prevents them from focusing on making their life better. You know? So, as like a fun thought, sure, but as like an obsession to fill my free time, no, bro, I got shit to do. I like the Moneyline intro. Line up, motherfucker. What's a shot at the champ? Who wants a shot at the champ? You take one retired fighter and have them come back in today's day and age in their early 20s with the same sports, science, rehabilitation, and coaching. Who would it be? John Jones. I'd like to see John Jones do it all over again against today's division. Can you imagine like John Jones versus Prohashka, John Jones versus Ulberg? You know, you really would know what it's about. The big boys. When you make merch, you should make a shirt that says they touch gloves and it's on. It's actually one of my sayings that I don't even like mean to quote. Like I just say it. They touch gloves and it's on. I say it every fucking fight. Yeah, D-Rod definitely went missing. We have no fucking idea where he is. Will I ever pick Izzy again? I might have to pick him. Char bullet. Facts. People spend their days wrapped up in conspiracy theories and focus on stuff they have absolutely zero control over. They have no control over them and their lives. Focus on you, bro. Exactly, bro. You gotta get shit done. I'm saying you can't like fuck around sometimes, but don't let it distract you from priorities. You know? Like sitting there and overthinking stupid shit. Probably a mistake. You better fucking, I don't know, playing video games or something. Turning your brain off. Look, Bume Amarim is a cool fight. I like that matchup. Amarim don't got dog in her, bro. She's just one of those grapplers. But to be fair, Mizuki Inoue's solid boxer. Bume coming off the loss last time. Stella Nunes win was mid. Dayanara beat her. Look, Bume's low-key live in that. Bume's live in that shit. Maybe an underdog too, but I feel like she's live. Definitely a better striker. I don't know. Jacqueline Marim's not that good. Very overrated. Very exposed recently. But like if she can't get the dominant position, she's cooking. I'd say Loma probably wins. I wonder what the odds are going to be for that fight. You guys seen the Strickland Chimaev odds? Minus 460 Chimaev. Oh, shit. Dude, Buckley's a plus 170 underdog against Sean Brady? Fuck out of my face, dude. What? Buckley's a dog? At plus 170? What? That's crazy, man. That don't make any sense. Dude, How the fuck is Buckley a plus 170 dog? What the fuck? That's weird. Della and Prates, minus 110, minus 110. Burns Malat. Burns. Oh my God. Is this real? Current odds for the fight. I don't think they're accurate. It's Poly Market. That's not accurate. No, minus 900 is not it. Plus 203 for Burns sounds accurate. So maybe minus 300 Malat. Loki, you're picking Brady? I mean, I don't hate that pick. I get it. His grappling is fucking nasty. But if Buckley is able to stop some takedowns and swing some fucking bombs, if Buckley lands, bro, Brady could get cooked. But maybe Michael Morales is that fucking good. So. Yeah, if Brady can't get him down, he's fucked. We'll see. Brady's ground game is sick. It's just, I don't know, man. I know Buckley Usman, he was wrestle fucked to hell, though. Both of them are complete victims in the other realm. It just depends where the fight goes. That's funny. Because honestly, like, imagine Buckley fought Michael Morales. He'd get fucking cooked, too. The Brady chin is the worry, bro. Terrifying grappler, though. Really, like, sick jiu-jitsu. Really sick jiu-jitsu. But not much else. Hey, chat, make sure you guys hit the like button. We're almost at 100. I want to get 100 likes. I want to get 100 likes, Jay. Muhammad Usman back in the UFC? Never. That Leon performance was fucking magic. That Leon performance was fucking incredible. Thing is, with Buckley's fighting career, you do got to worry about the takedowns, though, because Covington did hit some takedowns on him. Buckley never been submitted as a pro, I don't think. At least not in the UFC. Interesting. Interesting. Curious what Brady's takedown stats are. Brady has takedown accuracy 53% this in. Bro, the UFC side is way off. They're saying that he's landed 2 takedowns and attempted 58. Bro, the UFC multi-billion-dollar company website is claiming to us that Sean Brady has landed 2 takedowns in his UFC career. Do you see this? Out of 58 attempts. This is completely wrong. It's like 20 something. You see this shit? But 53. It's a complete mismark, bro. What the fuck? A lot of fighters on the roster, I guess. But look at that. What the fuck, bro? That's funny as shit, man. Oh my God. That makes me fucking laugh, actually. The worst wrestler in UFC history, bro. That's what they're claiming. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm definitely not doing a Ripski tonight. I don't care if it's 500 likes. I don't want to. That's crazy. I don't know about Brady having a worse chin than Hooper. Let's chill the fuck out there. He's not getting knocked out by fucking Lance Gibson. Let's chill on that. The bout order switched on Tapology. Let's see. For this weekend's card or next week? I think you mean this week. All right. UFC.com has, I'll show you the order. UFC.com has this order here. Kamaka, Dakota Hope, Barbosa, Gatto, Okoyev, Trayshawn Gore, Elise Pura, Haley Cohen, Lando Venata, Darius Flowers, Costa, Nickel, Peterson, Guillermo Pat feature prelim. Main card opener, Delano, Ruchala, Zacchini McMillan, Ewing, Estevam, Rahman Yakev, Hibero, Jandaroba, Richie, and then Duncan Moicano. And then on the side of Tapology, let me find it. Tapology has Dakota Hope, Lando Venata, Guillermo Pat, Bakoyev, Costa. Yeah, trust me, bro. Haley Cohen and Elise Pereira is not the featured prelim. I don't know. That's yeah. Definitely trust UFC.com on that one. That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it, bros. Yeah, Tapology's bugging, dude. Completely bugging. Hey, we're 5 likes away from 100 W. People forget, man, Lance Gibson survived Bobby Green. Yeah, fucking 5 years ago. More. It's a trash can fight, bro. Yeah, I'm going to go Guillermo Pat. Bro, if that was the feature prelim, it'd be delusion. No, they got the heavyweight feature. But bro, let's pay attention. Guillermo Pat on a Brazilian heavy card. Feature prelim. They're looking to build him into something, bro. Trust me. Guillermo Pat's got a good chance to win. He's definitely not supposed to lose. He's kind of the industry plant in this one. Like he is, bro. They're looking for a Brazilian heavyweight with knockout ability and like athleticism. Trust me, they're not interested in, Peterson main eventing some Apex card for heavyweights, but potentially you get Guillermo Pat, a knockout win. Next thing you know, you have him fighting, somebody. Like Guillermo Pat is the industry plant of this card too. I know everybody's thinking Tommy McMillan, but no, Guillermo Pat is too. Like the UFC is definitely investing in him. Feature prelim of the night. Like, come on. We look through the card. Industry plant of the prelim, Guillermo Pat. And he'll probably win. Industry plant should hit. But he's minus 115. I don't know why the books haven't caught on to that. The books haven't caught on to it, bro. They're thinking, oh, his takedown defense. No, he should be a 2-1 favorite. Industry plant McMillan on the main card too. That's what I'm thinking. Pat plus Ewing. Ballsy but live. The worry is with both Ewing and Pat being controlled on the ground for extended periods of time. That's it. It's a worry on both fronts, dude. But yeah, the industry plant, Pat. Ewing is not an industry plant. Industry plant parlay, dude, it's not worth it with a minus 1,000 favorite. You could go McMillan first round plus 115. Hey, Ricky Bobby, thank you for $19.99. Thank you for the first dono of the stream, too. Didn't get a chance to bless you last Saturday. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ricky Bobby. I appreciate the dono, bro. Thank you for blessing me, man. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that, man. Let your nuts drag, Pat Ewing, Duncan. That's like a savage 3-leg right there. Dude, it's literally the better strikers parlay. Is he beating the top 10? Jared Cannonier again? You're taking Estevam? I get it, bro, but he's built his whole career off weight bullying, though. Like, let's not forget he's a flyweight weight bully. Come on. Estevam UFC debut. Botch weight cut. Doesn't happen. Misses weight against Charles Johnson. Makes weight and loses the third round of Aguilar. Misses weight against Bunes. Estevan withdraws from a fight against Nascimento in November because of weight cutting issues. Dude can't make 125, getting forced up in weight, but like he's built his career off bullying people. Fought at bantamweight before outside of the UFC. He was like 130-ish. He's a talented guy. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to push like a narrative that I think Estevan is shit. He's a really good grappler, but he is beatable. Boone is a BJJ guy and Rafael didn't want the hands. True shit. Were Pat and Tobias on the same episode? No, Pat wasn't on Contender Series, bro. UFC debut. He brought him right in. They brought him right in, bro. Estevan's striking's very average. And Ewing is a good boxer. Jandaroba, Richie, flip a fucking coin. I'll go Jandaroba, but I might pick flip to Richie. Like, I don't suggest betting on either one, bro. Flip a coin. Ethan Ewing did get taken down by Billy Brand outside of the UFC. Then he knocked him the fuck out in one shot. Definitely live to get taken down. It's not a crazy take. It's definitely possible he's on his back. Maybe even probable. Taco Padilla or Medeiros? I think Taco. Hey, respect on the top of the call. She's a good pick then. That's your side then, bro. Your savage side. Ugh. Genuinely, not right now. Sometimes I do. I have in the past, but not right now. At one point, it was Hernandez after the fake love touch shit years ago. And then he got fucked up, and now I like Hernandez. Alex Hernandez, not Fluffy. Green Goblin, Jay. Richie has a dog all day. I mean, pretty much even money. Hot take, is he still in his prime? He got caught brawling because he thought he had a finished Piper in front of him. I guess prime Adesanya wouldn't have done that, though. He wouldn't have rushed a finish. Prime Adesanya stays technical now. Prime Adesanya is willing to be boring. No. He's not Prime Adesanya. Not at all. He's past his best, for sure. Prime Adesanya makes adequate adjustments. Current Adesanya does not, bro. He doesn't have confidence, bro. He lost it. When Cowboy humbled him, it was so sweet, man. That was a guy that needed some fucking humbling, bro. I was grateful for that. Bro, I think Ewing is going to KO Estevan. I think Estevan's going to get stopped in the second or third. You look at Ewing's career, guy's got fucking 6 KO wins. I feel like he is live for it. It's either Estevan via lay and pray or Ewing getting to him with hands. Bro being plus 1,000 money line is crazy. Honestly, it's not. He's going to get killed. This Chechen savage is going to destroy him. Yakev is a lock of the fucking year, bro. There's no chance Hibero wins. Who win? Hibero? No chance, bro. Yakev wins under a round and a half. Minus 357, bro. What the fuck? It's almost minus 400 to go under a round and a half and him winning together. Dude, Ewing's solid, bro. His boxing is fucking legit. Ibero's a Cheney parlay pays 95 to 1. I don't think it'll happen, but Nate turned down the Connor fight. I think that's good marketing tactics to sell his fight against Mike Perry. Oh, Mike Perry's been winning. He's been winning a different sport, to be fair. In MMA, he has been skidding hard. So, you know. Nate Diaz is smart, bro. Y'all think Nate Diaz got CTE and he's stupid, bro. No, he's just high all the time. Listen, guys, I'm going to sign off. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. Make sure you guys hit the likes before you leave. Subscribe. Turn the post notifications on. I got this week's Best MMA Bets dropping mañana. I'm excited for it. And then I will be doing a stream in the evening. So stay tuned. Content coming. Keep it locked in. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right? I'm going to go rest. Good night.